Hey YouTubers and friends, thanks for joining me here out in my shed for this episode of In the Shed with Ed. Alright, some of you right off the bat look at the title and say, didn't Ed just do something with the gold claw last week or two? Yes, I did, but that was the old gold claw. That was this gold claw right here. Our friend Klint Washburn over at Gold Claw has made some changes to the 2017 model. The other day I came home from work, a long, miserable, cold day, and I saw a package on my porch, and it made my day. I had a really bad cold day at work, long, and once I saw the address and the gold claw, I was really happy. And lo and behold, I have the new model, and yes, Clint, the clear's awesome. I really like Tenn from American Prospector. I like the clear one. Okay, there's some things I didn't mention that are still on this one before. But again, it isn't totally smooth. There's kind of a texture inside, which I said I liked. But right here, above this first big riffle here, there's a bunch of little ridges there to help capture more gold. And if you look at this profile, Ken talks about it on one of his videos. This one's a lot steeper. This one's, about 45 degrees. This one's, about 65 maybe. I'll see what it is for sure, but it's no real big deal. It's just this side's a lot steeper where you do your initial washing of your material. And on this one, he has proudly Made in America right here on the gold pan. And I know Clint's very proud to have his product made here in the States, in the good old US of A by good old Americans. I can't tell you exactly what kind of plastic it is, but from what I understand, it's very, very durable compared to some other gold pans. And we all know how that goes. But what really made my day about Clint's package is this right here. I guess he really liked my video. Hi, Ed. I'm looking forward to the day we meet on the river. So am I, Clint. You too, Ken. I think it'd be really great. I really enjoyed your video on the gold claw. Thank you. As a thank you, I have sent this new 2017 model. I'm stoked, Clint. Of the gold claw. It features new ridges that grip the gold like a magnet. They make it much harder for a rookie to lose gold or even a sourdough, let alone the greenhorn, even the sourdough. It also showcases the Made in America on the bottom, which I already pointed that out. Now, here he says, I saw that a couple of specks of gold got away in your pan. Maybe they escaped the gold claw, but I have to wonder. Watching the video, it looks like it possibly that couple of flakes could have been there from the pan, my little blue Pioneer pan that I poured into it. I didn't wash it out, and this time I'll take care of it. Now, if you watched my Facebook Live video, when, it was a week ago today. Saturday, we worked half day. I went and explored along the Wabash River. I had 2 short videos on Facebook Live about it. I came across this one place where my dowsing rods hit pretty well, and really mossy lip on a real little waterfall, about 2 feet high. I ended up being really cold and needed to get home anyway, so all I did was take a couple of big pans of the moss and root system material from that area and stuck it in my backpack and hiked out. But here's that material right here in this pan, and I'll put it in this pan, and just so we know, I'll wash out stuff. This is, right now it's really packed. I might not be able to use it. I think it's like 40 degrees out in my shop right now. It's like 9-10 degrees outside, and I haven't had my heaters running full bore, just enough to keep things from freezing. But I think we'll be able to get this material into the gold pan and try out this new gold claw. Okay, let me loosen up some of this material here. I'll get some water in it. Put that down in there because I'm going to use that as my safety pan in here. Let me get you, my YouTubers and friends, a better view. This time I have a bigger tub in here. Usually I use this tub for a recycling sluice with my banjo pan for a cleanup sluice. But today I'm going to use it for something else. See, get you a good close-up view, see the new added riffles, and you could tell there's a little texture on there, which is nice. I didn't bring this up last time, but there's these ridges right here on this one side. This side's smooth with a little texture, and this side, if you can see it, see those little textures? So you have this side to finish, you have this side to finish with some nice riffles and ridges, and then you have the main side for running your material. Still doesn't have like a little lip right there. I'm still kind of iffy on that, Klint. I saw a video today of some guys that were saying the same thing, but I'm sure once I learn your pan more, the gold claw better, because from what Toledo Jess, my partner, said, if you tilt it back and wash it down, the material will run down. And the way this is designed, everything cradles in this area. And like Ken says in his video, along this lip, it's a little recess. So let's check this out. I'm gonna pour this material from that little feeder creek on the Wabash into my pan. I wonder if I'll be able to get all of it. I don't know. I did classify it down. Yeah, I'll get all of it. Wash out this pan here so we know. Oops, I want that from, oh, I can switch pans out. But to stratify it, I'm gonna do like I've seen on a lot of their videos, they stratify it like that, but I also saw where you could use one hand. So here I go, keeping everything submerged, stratify it good, get that gold to drop. Now keeping it totally submerged, I'm going to start putting it at an angle and letting everything roll over these grooves right here. This first groove's really steep, really high. The second one's a little smaller, and so on. So I'm gonna pan this material down. I'm not gonna rush really much this time. You could incorporate some things from regular panning into it, but for the most part, the main objective is keeping it all in a fluid state, totally submerged. So it's kind of like a fluid bed. Now, I forget the term they use to what they call it. Ken over at American Prospector said it. I'll put a link to his channel right up here so you can go visit him over at his channel. I'll also put a link to Klint's channel, Gold Claw channel, right up here also. And I'll also have the links down in the description. As you can see, I'm using the one-handed motion, and material is coming off. I could zoom it in for you a little more. And you can see I have quite a bit of black sands, but I'm just working this stuff over, and the way I'm rocking it, it naturally keeps everything right in this part of the pan over those little riffles. Now, I don't see nothing really on these areas, but like Ken would say, I'm going to reset it. So shake it back, get those material, go back in the pan, and back to motion. Here I am. You could probably see the material coming off pretty good. I'm about vertical at 90 degrees, but not quite. Here's 90. I'm probably about 70, 75 degrees. But here pretty soon I'll be about vertical. I'm gonna do a little bit of old school habit here and kind of dip it a little. But as I tell anyone when I'm teaching them how to pan, there's really no wrong way to pan. It's whatever. Oh, I see a flash in the pan. Alright, now I'm gonna drain off my material a little, and now I'm going to use these small riffles here. And you do it pretty much the same. I'm seeing gold, so I'm going to re-stratify and get it back down here in the crotch of the pan. As Ken would say, I'm going to reset it. And I got some pretty good Indiana gold in the pan. And I'll get that to you. Now, in the last video, I went to the corners. Well, this time, I'm going to go back. And I'm going to bring that material right up underneath the big riffles and start alright. I'm pretty happy with how I did the other day on the Wabash last week. So there's color there, Toledo. My partner Toledo just, so we'll have to go there and do some panning. Now I'm going to look for the side with the little ridges. It's over there. I know there's gold in there. And now I'm just going to do a little more final cleaning. See, can you see the gold flashing in the pan? Right there. Gotta love that flash in the pan. That's why I named my channel Flash in the Pan. It's because it's one of my favorite things, is to have a flash in my pan. Now look at that color in there. See it? See it? It's there. Grab a snuffer bottle I haven't used yet, and I'm going to snuff that stuff up. This is one of the snuffer bottles from the Dayton Gold Show when me and some of my friends from the Buckeye chapter and the OSPA and some others of us were working the demo booths. Alright, I think I got it all. Here's one speck trying to hide from me. For some reason that ain't sitting right. Gotta fix my snuffer bottle. Any more gold in there? I don't see any. But from what I see, I really like the new additions to your pan, Clint. Alright, let me get you back zoomed out so we can talk. Alright, well, as you know, not any equipment catches 100% of the gold. But we're gonna see how my panning with this pan did this time. Last week out in the shed, when I introduced it to my audience the first time, was the very, 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 very first time I ever used this pan. I'm going to use my conventional pan for this next step. I'm going to pour this material back. Got a lead ingot there for some weight. Put that out. I'm going to pour this back into my small blue Pioneer pan, which is one of my favorite pans of the conventional type. Alright, let's see what we got in here. Ooh. Stratify it well. Start taking off layers. Well, while I'm panning this down, if you're not a listener to Prospectors Radio over at goldprospectorspace.com, you should come check it out tomorrow. You could listen to them through iTunes, iHeartRadio, Spreaker. Just search Prospectors Radio, or you could become a member of goldprospectorspace.com. It's a great community for the miner, treasure hunter, prospector, rockhound, people who's in our lifestyle. But every Sunday at 7:30 Pacific or 7:30 Eastern Standard Time is their weekly show, and then on Wednesdays at 6 o'clock Pacific Standard Time is their West Coast edition. It's a shorter show. Still some pretty good stuff in it. It's still a good show. I'll be a guest call-in, I guess, tomorrow night for Cooley's Corner. He'll be talking about dowsing rods and stuff, so I'll be calling in and talking about dowsing rods and the pendulum. Speaking of pendulum, I wonder where mine is. That's kind of aggravating me. I hope I didn't lose it, because I gave one away. I'm not seeing much of a loss this time. Yeah, I lost some specs, but I had quite a bit in there. A lot cost a lot more last time. But for all in all, still, you know, I'm rather happy with the pan. So, thanks for joining me on this episode of In the Shed with Ed. And I'm working on my suction hose or suction nozzle, my dry land suction nozzle right now, and putting that together. So that video should be posted here in a month or so, maybe 2. And I have some other stuff on the works, and I'll be periodically just doing a little episode of probably like shop talk or something, just to let you all know I'm alive and kicking still. But until then, may you always have a flash in your pan, and you know what I always say, maybe one day too I'll see you on the river.
in the shed.